Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that we're going to talk about today is this whole online activity around ammo bulk purchasing bans and legislative attempts to take your ammo through background checks and all these different pieces, because there's a lot of energy around that. But I want to point a few things out to show you what would actually have to happen for that to become a reality. I need to hear from you guys on this one in the comments field, because there's a lot of stuff, especially around the topic that I just introduced. Of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We are distributing freedom twice daily, and we would love to have you along for the ride. And the content today is brought to you by SGI. Now, I know a lot of you out there like to upgrade and modify your own guns. And if you're looking to turn a hobby into a career, Sonoran Desert Institute can help. Their online programs cover everything from gunsmithing to ballistics, woodworking and finishes, shooting, sports management, and more. Plus, all the tools and materials are shipped directly to your door. There's never been a better time to turn that hobby into a career that you actually enjoy, so what are you waiting for? There's a link in the description box below, and thank you so much to SDI for making this content possible. All right, my brothers and sisters, we're going to talk about ammo bulk purchasing bans, background checks on ammo. A lot of energy was poured into some of this around a breaking bill that was introduced on Friday. I want to say something very clearly up front. I'm not saying anything about anyone created a video on this. This is not targeted at an individual creator. I'm not calling anybody out. This is just my opinion. I'm going to show you what actually would have to happen for this to become a reality. Understand, this is a complicated thing. Now, let me show you what we're talking about firsthand, just to set the table, and then I'll show you what actually would have to occur, all right? So, what's a good day if you don't start out with some Elizabeth Warren in your life, right? Let's cue the video for something called the Ammo Act.
Hey everyone, it's Congressman Robert Garcia, and I'm here with Senator Elizabeth Warren, and we're really proud today to introduce the Ammo Act. The Ammo Act restricts bulk sales of ammunition across the country. It makes sure that retailers who are selling ammunition have the same federal licensing as folks that are selling guns, and it ensures that people that are buying ammunition go through some type of background check.
Because here's the deal. Right now, there are no federal restrictions on the sale of ammunition, and that makes no sense at all.
As we know, thousands of people across the country lose their lives to gun violence every single year, and conservatives in Congress continue to do absolutely nothing.
Right. Think about that. Thousands of communities that are shattered, families that are torn apart. Gun violence is now the leading cause of death for our children. Look, we just need some sensible laws in place to have better gun safety. And that's what our bill is all about.
We need to take these critical steps to ensure that we save more families and kids from gun violence. And I want to thank you, Senator Warren, for all your leadership on this.
Let's get this done.
Okay, other than the gag me production there and the inspiring violins on how to take your rights, it's background checks on ammunition. It's stopping all bulk purchasing. There's lots of things in here. I'm going to show you in 1 second. But understand, bills cost them nothing. This is a free aspect of their jobs of which they can use to leverage in their own elections. That's what we're looking at here. I'm at the end, in about 2 minutes, I'm going to walk you through what we required. You've got Elizabeth Warren in the Senate and this guy Garcia in the House. Keep that in mind. This is important. And you guys tell me in the comments field if you see this as a reality. Now, this is an important thing that I discussed this morning with Tim when we were filming the second legacy episode for today. It's incredibly important for us to understand what the gun controllers are attempting to do in the halls of Congress. Awareness is key. Overemphasizing and focusing on things that have very little or no chance to become reality may not be the best use of our energy when we have all the different fights that are going on that could be a more utilized way to exercise our energy. If that makes sense. Again, let me know if I land this plane. But let me show you what this guy is actually putting forward, and then I'll tell you what has to happen and the odds that he would have to overcome for this to become a reality. This is not a reality. At this point, this is an introduced bill. This is not a ban from the executive branch. This is an introduced bill, all right? So let me just show you the highlights. If we are going to truly solve gun violence, we must focus not just on weapons, but also ammunition. That means addressing how we license, sell, and regulate ammo. Okay, well, you don't really do any of that right now. So let me show you some of the stuff they want to do here. The Ammo Act requires licensing to sell ammo, enacts background checks for ammo, cracks down on straw purchasing, restricts bulk sales, which is a big problem, and institutes record keeping and data sharing across the country. So you not only want background checks, you also want a registry of who's buying ammo and what, and it shares it across a shareable database. There's a lot of reasons you can't do that. Unconstitutionality across the board is one, and then also all of the things that they just put in this bill, H.R. 8, H.R. 1446, they already tried to do this and it never passed the legislature at all. But now, I've showed you what it does. I'm sure you guys are aware of the videos out there that are saying that what it is as well. Now let me tell you what has to happen in this case that this will become a reality. Right now, it has been introduced in the Judiciary Committee. The Judiciary Committee is chaired by Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan is ultra-conservative on the Second Amendment. He's been fighting all the bans. He's been fighting everything for years now under the Biden administration. He would have to call that to the floor of the committee for a vote. Then it would have to pass that committee, which is Republican-controlled. Again, Jim Jordan run. After that, it has to go to the House. Once it's on the House floor, which the only way it gets to the House floor is if the new Speaker of the House, who is very pro-2A, probably more pro-2A than Jim Jordan is, has to call it to the floor for a vote after it passed committee. Then Republicans have to abandon their caucus and vote for this bill with Democrats and go against their own majorities. After that, it has to go to the Senate, where the Senate would have to overcome the filibuster with 60 votes. Then it could become a law if Biden signed it after it passed over a filibuster. So all of those things would have to occur on a bill that's going to happen in an election year. Very slim to none. I'm never going to say nothing can happen. But when we're worrying about something with such long odds like this, meanwhile, the Rahimi case at the SCOTUS is going on right now. We've got bump stock bans in the court right now. We have all these fights, assault weapon bans fights, all of these fights that are deserving of our immediate attention. This is something to be aware of, but not something to call your congressman and say, how dare you allow this to happen? Because it's literally this is a virtue signaling bill for them to say, look, we tried something, but the Republicans wouldn't let us vote on it. Vote for us, we'll try it again next time. That's what we're talking about. And again, I want to emphasize, it is incredibly important to be aware of what they're doing. It's not incredibly important and a little bit detrimental, in my opinion, to put more energy and fuel behind their drive by giving them fuel and fear when already it's a DOA bill. That's my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments field below, but as of right now, no, bulk purchasing has not been banned. There is no registry that has gone through from the executive branch. There's been no change. This is literally a bill that was introduced, in my opinion, for a virtue signal to say, look, we care, look, they don't. That's my opinion. You guys let me know what you think in the comments field below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.